Welcome to Winston-Salem and another stop along Tobacco Road, which is home to the Wake Forest Demon Deacons, and the fans have been ready to get things started since early in the day. What an exciting matchup we have in store for you this afternoon, built around the pageantry, tradition, and everything that makes college football great. As we'll see a squad from the Pac-12, the UCLA Bruins, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Wake Forest Demon Deacons. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Bruins will kick it off to get us underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Quarterback may change this route. Leaves it with the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49.
I like the QB here. Very decisive, understanding I get the ball to my slot guy. He can make plays after it. Like the quickness, the speed, the elusiveness. You watch it, man. Just he catches the football, and a big play can happen. And you saw after the catch, man, he's got some.
There he goes. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Wake Forest.
And how nice is it to have a playmaker like that I can get the ball out of my hands right to him and say, all right, dude, you got jets, you can fly, catch the slant, make some people miss, outrun some angles, and get all the way to the end zone.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll leave it with him. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
Grab near the sticks. It's Martin. Huge play there into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 46.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out of the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on, and I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Garcia wants to throw. And the timing just a hair off.
Yeah, you could tell he was locked in. And plays are meant to go to certain guys, but sometimes you got to get back, you got to read the defense, and make a different decision if they play the right defense. And right there, that was one of those times.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Gets the back moving. Looking to throw again. Oh, look, Ma, one hand. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down.
Deep to shallow. That's what I have to understand that as a defensive guy. I take away those passes beyond the sticks, and then I react to those quick throws they have to the running back. It's my athlete versus yours. The defense won that battle.
Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. He'll pick up a few before going out of bounds at the 34.
And that is the advantage of having versatility at the running back position, right? It's fourth down. Everyone in the stadium thinks he's going to get the handoff, but because of his ability to catch the football, he's a weapon in the passing game. And on a critical down and distance like that, comes up with...
Oh, he's got some space. Continues to fight for yards. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
The Bruins started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. He's got the tight end. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here.
And those sting for offenses, man. You've got an opportunity to get in the end zone, to get the touchdown. It's not easy. It's hard to get guys open. He comes open, and the quarterback, man, I bet he wishes he had that one back.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. Garcia to pass. Catch in the middle, it's off. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's...
Touchdown, Bruins! Quick strike through the air for the score.
This guy has been an absolute force in this offense early this season, guys. We're only in the third game. He's already got 3 touchdown catches. Talk about a matchup nightmare for opposing defenses.
And he tacks on the extra point. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Wake Forest offense returns to the field. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. He'll pull it on the read. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense understanding, listen, that QB is a threat. And they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
And the Demon Deacons line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. That's caught. It's Foley. They get him stopped and out of bounds at the 45-yard line, and the big play has this offense ready to mount a threat.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on 3rd down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
To the air on first down. Throws for the tight end. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there, forces second down.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you could tell extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Allen.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the third down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
The Demon Deacons are at the line looking to convert on third and short. In the gun, looking to throw on third down. Gets rid of it. Wide open downfield. Smashes ahead. Breaks into the open. Ripping off the huge gain down to the 17-yard line.
We always talk about yak, and that was third and very manageable. They were just throwing the ball to the sticks, just trying to pick up a simple first. But when you've got playmakers like that can do things after the catch, any play could be an explosive one, and you saw it right there. Tremendous job getting it to him early, and he does the rest.
Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Back to pass. Quick completion on the out route. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there.
As a head coach, you love to see your quarterback locked in early in games. And in the first drive, leads the offense down to a touchdown, throws a TD pass, and here he is again, making a really good decision and a very accurate throw to pick up that first down.
Slams ahead. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Wake. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So they put together a 9-play, 75-yard drive and finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Here he comes from inside his own 5. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. They've switched into the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Caught behind the line. It's Kemp. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down.
Yeah, and the fullbacks don't run long routes. Most of the time, you keep those guys short off of a little play action or a run fake. Gets the catch, secures it, gets a little bit of yardage.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. They'll go to the ground. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. It'll be third and long. Garcia wants to throw. Makes the catch. They make the stop at the 26, and let's see if they bring out the punt team.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver, and the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
It's 4th down and 6, and they'll try to convert. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the offense. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills, and they've got it at the receiver position. So if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
Might be calling a hot route. Going to the run, it's McLaurin. Wrestled to the ground, but he's inside the 10 and down to the 9.
You know, you better form tackle better on defense. You had a chance to make a big play, miss the running back, and as a result, he's getting positive yards. Defense has to do a better job of finishing.
And the Demon Deacons have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Touchdown, Wake! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
And he puts through the extra point. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Just unloaded on that kickoff. Don't have to worry about a return on a kick like that. They'll bring it out to the 25. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
And the Bruins with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. On the ground, it's Cox. Shakes off the defender. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. They had the 1st down before that penalty backed them up, and now they'll snap it on 2nd down. Now on 2nd down. Garcia to pass. Finds his tight end. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. And a big deflection on third down forces a fourth down.
I want to give a shout out to the defense there on third down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on third down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Converts on fourth down, and he's still going. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on fourth down. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
Just keep slinging it. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Martin. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
Great play by the cornerback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him, and he tackled that receiver on the screen.
The Bruins come to the line on third and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Throws to the wideout. And he made the grab with enough for the first down, but not enough room on the sidelines to stay in bounds. It's fourth down.
And timing is so important on offense, especially on these third down type plays. If the ball gets there just a hair sooner, I think the receiver comes up with that in bounds.
Quickly to the tight end. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down.
Man, what a great second effort by the receiver there. Catches the football. He knows he's got to get some yards to get that first down. Nice job understanding that, getting to the sticks and getting the first down.
Unloads to the wideout. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have let him a little too much.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Fires to the wideout. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
You know, it's so important for corners to be able to transition, right? You got to have real loose hips. You got to be able to change direction on a dime. And in zone coverage, when you see the ball thrown, you can break on it and force incompletions like that.
They were on the move, but two straight incompletions had them staring at 3rd and 10. Garcia wants to throw. Finds his man. It's Shaw. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down.
And when you get zone coverage and you're running curls and the wide receiver sprints off the ball, you know what happens? That DB starts to bail, and that wide receiver comes back, and it's easy pitch and catch for the offense.
And the Bruins with the 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Looking down the middle. And that's going to fall to the ground. Incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You got a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not there, throw this thing away because we've got a chance to at least get 3 points here.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He got it. They'll get him stopped just short of the end end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, UCLA.
And that's a touchdown this offense absolutely had to have to keep it to a one-possession game before going in at halftime. That touchdown is going to do wonders for this team's confidence.
And he made the extra point without problem.
UCLA 14.
And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. Offense has enough time to get off the play before we head to the half. He wants to change this route. The give to the back. Great move. Now he's got room. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Looking downfield on first down. He's going to let it go. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. The Demon Deacons will kick it off to start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football ball out of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the second half so that they can win this game.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Garcia to pass. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Complete to the right. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
And it's so hard to be on the run and make an accurate throw. It's just very tough. Very few people can do it. Again, we see the freaks and we see the highlights all the time, but that's a tough thing to do. He made it look pretty easy.
Got the first down. Looking for more. Dragged down at the 43, but it's a pickup of 10 on that one.
Well, you wonder if one of the adjustments they made at halftime, trailing in this game, was to try and get the ground game established, David, and they're off to a good start here.
Dang right. Stay patient. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to press. Just try to get scoring drives together. Don't abandon the run.
Wants to go up top on first down. Plucks it out of the air. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Back to pass on second down. Oh, they're after him. Got it in the middle. It's Flores. Stopped just inside the 30 at the 29. It's a 10-yard pickup and a first down.
This receiver is such a weapon, and he has so much speed, and he can generate explosive plays for your offense, not just running go routes and post routes, but how about throwing him the drag, letting him catch it, and use his speed to turn it upfield.
Wants to throw on first down. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Oh, the Houdini-like moves get it to the 22.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
Caught in the backfield, it's Flores. Turning it on. He gives him a fresh set of downs, and this one will be first and goal from the 6. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Now the offense tries to punch it in on second and goal. They'll move the tight end. Makes the grab on the left. Touchdown, Bruins! A great catch and run for 6.
UCLA.
If you're able to move the ball in a drive like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field position.
Agreed, and I think confidence is big right now after that last drive. To be able to flip the field like that, not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown. Running and throwing, for this offense now moving forward in this game, that last drive is going to pay big dividends.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking to throw on first down. It's complete on the right side. Coaches talk about running with violence, running with bad intentions. That's what that looks like as he gets it up to the 32.
I tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands. You saw it on that last play.
Gives it on the option. Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
And the Demon Deacons come to the line needing just inches for the first down. He's looking to throw on third and short. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
Defense did a great job. Third and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel in the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
In their own territory, no problem. 4th and inches, and they'll go for it. Trying to keep this drive alive. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down.
And how about the defense coming up big on 4th and short? You know they're going to run the football. Great job stacking the box, getting the big stop.
UCLA will go back to work on offense. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Hand off from the gun. And the defense holds firm. No pickups at all on that play. So first down didn't exactly go according to plan. Let's see what they can dial up on second down.
Reese, I got a right where I want it. Okay, I'm going to throw the football. Now I can get back in shotgun. Let's forget the running game stuff. We're going to play a little pitch and catch and see how good that secondary is.
Caught in the backfield, it's Martin.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. Now, how about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. To the ground to try to move the chains. And they make the tackle, not before he gets the first down. Now let's see if they rush to the line or let the time run out here in the third. We've reached the end of the third quarter, and we have a potential classic on our hands, all tied up as we take a peek at the stats. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Wide receiver going in motion. Oh, and it's picked off. This could be huge in a tie game. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
I don't want to pile on and kill this young man that plays QB, but you have to understand situational football. You got to understand a field goal puts me in the lead. This game is tied. The worst thing I could do is throw an interception.
There he goes. Moves it out to the 34-yard line. A nice 15-yard gain on that one.
And I think that's what you want to see from this offense down the stretch. Like, can you physically dominate the game? You've got the lead. Now run the football, eat clock, continue to feed your dude.
To the air on first down. Pulls it in. It's Foley. At the 45 on its way. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. Pulls and throws off the RPO. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, give the defense credit on that one because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
They go to the ground. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
And if I'm the running back, I'm going to be like, listen, O-line, can you give me something? Can you give me some space to try to make somebody miss and not have another guy right next to me? I'm giving the offensive line an earful. I need some holes, need some space up front. They got to do a better job.
Making side adjustments here. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Got him downfield. Touchdown, Demon Deacons. And with that, they move out front here in the fourth. This game must be moving so slowly for this quarterback. He sees everything 2 or 3 beats ahead.
Way ahead. I mean, it's been really, really easy. I better get some more hits on him. I better do something to make him feel uncomfortable because right now, it's just like, oh, you're running that? Yeah, that's easy. I mean, he's already read your mail. You better change the address, do something different.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, and it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
Yeah, and I think you pull the positives, right? We moved the football down the field. We had a chance to score, but we can't let those opportunities slip between our hands. Let's go get some points.
They're dealing with a second and long. Garcia wants to throw. Fires to the middle. He's got an open man. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin.
First job for the QB a lot of times. Look at those safeties. Is it man or is it zone? Nice job. You could tell right away. He saw it was zone, understood where to go with the football, and that's why this offense had a positive gain right away.
And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys into coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
The Bruins have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking to fire. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. You see a defensive lineman come up with a play like that, make the sack, they start building some momentum to impose their will up front.
Man, there ain't nothing better than getting a stack. That's what you keep track of on defensive line. You're like, yeah, I already got one. You start keeping a tally of how many you can get. That's what you dream about. You dream about getting to the quarterback, yes.
And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack.
Yeah, and the defensive lineman, you know, 3rd and long situations, I'm rushing the quarterback. You bring in the nickel, a little bit more speed on the field, and the defensive line gets home and gets the sack on 3rd down.
On 4th down, looking for the completion. He wants to go deep. Oh, it's picked off. What a bad time for a mistake like that. He'll be stopped, but not... Getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the Deacon offense. And now, Jesse, the art here is to find the balance between milking the clock and trying to get another score.
I think if you're the coaching staff, too, you like to see your team play its best in the 4th quarter, right? Defense just did their job, so offense now, David, has to go and handle their business.
Yeah, you got the momentum. Because of the defense, they've given you some momentum. They've given you a great opportunity to take hold of this game and really put a stamp on it.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
They couldn't connect on 2nd down, now staring at a 3rd and 9. From the gun, wants to pass. Quick strike complete. Oh, he's got some space. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11.
And at some point for the defense, I'm just thinking, hey, man, like, it's got to be somebody else. I mean, the big tight end has made play after play after play today. And we know if it gets close in the 4th quarter, they're going to look his way, so the defense really needs to have a plan.
And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Wake Forest. They push the lead out here in the 4th quarter and close to getting back on track and going 2-1.
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach. And that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the... that unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Garcia to pass. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited.
Well, quarterback off target on that one. And in this 2-minute situation, you've got to be able to call and run passing plays that you feel like you can run in your sleep.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
I think at this time, you just have to throw caution to the wind. You're down by a lot. You're deep in your own end late, so you're just going to be throwing it. The defense knows it. They're pinning their ears back. You're going to have to get rid of it early. Someone is going to have to step up and make a play, and that's going to have to happen a couple of different times if you're going to win this game.
Fires to the tight end. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker.
And the offense gets the ball out pretty quick. But, man, if you're going to do that, that's fine. But we got to get the first down, or we got to get out of bounds so we can stop the clock. This offense, they've got to execute a little bit tighter down the stretch of this close football game.
On fourth down, going to the air. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down?
Well, there's the advantage of having versatility at the running back position. On fourth down, everybody in the stadium is expecting if you throw it, it's probably going to a receiver at tight end. But because of his ability to catch the football, he makes a...
And that ball is hauled in inside the 35.
There's a great example of a quarterback who's able to turn the page. Things haven't always gone his way. He's obviously thrown 2 picks earlier in this game, but he's still staying aggressive. He's still taking shots, and his guys are making plays for him.
And the Bruins will have it 1st and 10. A shot toward the end zone. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. A strong, methodical, workmanlike effort from this team. No frills, just get the job done and get the win.
I love when you describe my teams like that. Just consistent, you know, methodical, strong. I don't have to do things special every single week. All I'm supposed to do is get the W, and that's what they did.
And this is why practice is so important, guys. You can tell that this team was locked in way back earlier in the week. They watched the film. They got good looks in practice. They knew what to anticipate. They knew what looks they were going to see. And when those looks presented themselves, boy, oh boy, did they ever take advantage.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.